This is Darwin Thompson, Chiefs rookie running back from Utah State. At 5'8" and 200 pounds, he runs with a very low center of gravity. He's a powerful runner with great balance, and he caught my attention on this play here when he hurdles a Bengals defender earlier in the preseason. Now, whenever I see a running back hurdle a defender, it reminds me of the elite running backs like Todd Gurley, Ezekiel Elliott, Saquon Barkley. These are intuitive runners with high upside, and I can definitely see the case here with Darwin Thompson being in a Chiefs offense that has the potential to be the highest scoring offense in the league. That's just a beautiful hurdle right there. So, I found it interesting when I was looking at ESPN ownership percentages of the Chiefs running back and noticed that Darwin Thompson was below Damian Williams and LaShawn McCoy. In fact, Darwin Thompson is available right now in 2/3 of ESPN leagues. I think he's underrated and should be owned definitely more than he currently is. Uh, the primary reason why is because I don't think Damian Williams and LaShawn McCoy are going to be the primary running backs of the Chiefs. I think it's going to be Darwin Thompson. So starting with Damian Williams, he's been a backup running back for his entire career, including last season when he peaked in terms of his carries. He got 50 carries last season, but he started the season as the third string running back and only became the starter after Kareem Hunt got suspended and Spencer Ware got hurt. So if you look at how much the Chiefs are paying him, they're not paying him that much. It's under $3 million a year, which is definitely not starting running back caliber money. So I think they're paying him sort of like that change of pace back to be a backup, and I don't see him being the primary running back for the Chiefs, even though that's what most people seem to think at the moment. So moving on to the next guy, LaShawn McCoy, the Chiefs just signed him a week ago. He's an upgrade to Carlos Hyde, who has been fumbling a lot in the preseason and just isn't a great fit for the Chiefs offense since he's not a great pass catcher. In addition, since they signed LaShawn McCoy as a free agent and they traded away Carlos Hyde, they actually got a guard back in return from the Texans for Carlos Hyde, improving their roster from that perspective. And I think LaShawn McCoy's primary role is going to be to act as a teacher and a mentor to the younger backs like Darwin Thompson. So if you look at Shady's career, he was drafted 10 years ago by Andy Reid to the Philadelphia Eagles, where he was replacing veteran running back Brian Westbrook at the time. So similarly to how Westbrook mentored a young McCoy, I think the old McCoy now is going to mentor a young Darwin Thompson to build him up as the future running back of the team. And I think it also makes sense from McCoy's point of view because he's a veteran guy who hasn't won a Super Bowl ring yet, and being on a Chiefs team puts him in a great opportunity to potentially win his first ring with Andy Reid, the coach who drafted him in the league. So really comes around full circle, and I think the deal of signing McCoy to the Chiefs makes a lot of sense, but that doesn't mean he's going to be the primary back in this backfield. That guy, I think, is going to be Darwin Thompson. So I just want to play a clip of him lifting some weights. So he posted this 2 years ago when he was at Oklahoma State. He's lifting over 500 pounds, and he's doing, I think, 7 reps here. So this was 2 years ago, and you can only imagine he's gotten stronger since then. The guy's a physical freak, extremely strong, and that pays off on the football field. So in the preseason, he got a fantastic block on one of the Steelers defenders in a pass block situation. And I think this is going to be very important for the Chiefs as they want to protect their MVP star quarterback Patrick Mahomes, who's going to be passing a lot. So having a back that can reliably protect him is going to be key. And I think the combination of Darwin Thompson's mobility and strength is going to allow him to be the best pass blocking running back on the Chiefs this year. So overall, Darwin Thompson, you have a guy who's very versatile. He can run the ball, he can pass catch, he can also pass block. He's pretty much everything the Chiefs are looking for. So I think they want to develop him into the next Kareem Hunt and make him their future running back. So right now, he's only owned in a third of ESPN leagues, and his percentage is going down. So if he's available in your league, I highly recommend you pick him up sooner than later before he goes off and everyone realizes what the Chiefs are trying to do. So yeah, he has a ton of upside. He could be a top 5 running back by midseason. Another guy I wanted to cover was Justice Hill on the Ravens. So we know the Ravens are going to be running a run-heavy offense this year under Lamar Miller. And right now, their backfield consists of Mark Ingram, a veteran guy who they brought in. Um, similar to McCoy, I think he's going to be more sort of like a mentor for the younger guys, but Justice Hill is the running back that um, has just a ton of upside and talent. So, as a freshman at Oklahoma State, um, he outproduced and basically took Chris Carson's job. So we know the talent is there. We know the Ravens are going to run a lot. And what I love about Justice Hill is if you look at his early season schedule, he plays Miami, Arizona, Kansas City. These are all bottom 5 teams in terms of their run defense. So if Justice Hill can, take that share away from Mark Ingram sooner than later, he has a ton of upside. And yeah, he could be this year's like Alvin Kamara. A couple other guys that I like that are owned in not that many leagues. I think Malcolm Brown is a guy on the Rams who, if Todd Gurley gets hurt, he's going to be getting a huge increase in workload. Um, while Darrell Henderson, I think, more or less retains his change of pace third down back role. Another guy I think is intriguing is Kenny Stills, who just signed with the Texans. So we know the Texans wide receivers like QT and Will Fuller, they always seem to be injured quite often. And Kenny Stills has the versatility to play both inside in the slot, also on the outside. So I think he has a lot of opportunities just given the injury history of the Houston wide receivers. Yeah, so those are just a couple guys that I think are under-owned right now. But obviously, you'll want to check your individual league to see who's available. Um, you know, you might have some guys like Dante Pettis or Deshaun Jackson still available in your league who, could be the top wide receivers on their team. Um, so yeah, I think in general you want to be preemptive when you're looking at waiver wires and trying to pick up players. Typically, people start thinking about this on Monday after the Sunday games are over. But if you can start thinking about picking up players on Saturday or on the Sunday before the games start, then you basically are a step ahead of the rest of your league and won't have to bid with the rest of the guys after these guys go off. So it's really about just buying low on these players before the market or the rest of your league catches on to what's happening. So yeah, I hope you found this helpful, and feel free to leave a comment if you agreed or disagreed with anything I said. Thanks, and have a good one.